Hi, this is the video lesson for page 16 of your yellow books. So make sure you have your yellow book and a pencil. Here we're looking at complete versus incomplete sentences and looking at the ending of a sentence to determine if it's a statement, a question, or an exclamation. So it's a little differently than what we've been working on this week, where we're looking at compound sentences. So it's kind of a little break for compound sentences. Either you're going to be really sad or really happy. I don't know. But I hope you're happy to maybe have a break from compound sentences. Or maybe you're sad because you just love it and you just want more compound sentences in your life. I don't know. All right. So the complete and incomplete sentences here, what we're doing in this first part is seeing if it's complete, which means it's got our subject, our predicate, punctuation at the end. And if it's incomplete, maybe it's missing the subject, missing a predicate, or missing some punctuation, so it's an incomplete sentence. The reason why it's so important for us to be looking at things if they're incomplete or complete sentences or making corrections is because in your own writing, you're going to be able to, as you can see, we have these rough drafts versus final drafts in our poems, and then we're working on paragraphs, and we're making corrections. If you can find corrections yourself, it's going to be great, and you're going to need that skill in life when you're sending emails or messages. And it's not something you need to do just for school. It really helps to know how to make corrections and use the tools in the documents to help you spell things correctly or find grammar mistakes. There are lots of great resources out there to help you make sure your sentences and your paragraphs are formatted correctly, and we'll be going through a lot of those this year. And as we're going through our grammar books, we'll be going through some of that as well, how to find these corrections on your own. And one big thing I think you're seeing is even if you're at home and I'm not here reading the thing to you, making corrections is so much easier if you're reading the paper or paragraph or sentence out loud. Read it out loud. You're more likely to find a mistake than if you're reading it in your head. Because in your head might go, oh, that looks good to me, especially if it's your own writing. We're all guilty of that. And if you're reading it out loud, you're going to hear it a little bit more and go, oh, wait, that doesn't quite sound right. And if it doesn't sound right, it's probably not right. Use your brains. Your brains know a lot more than you think they do, and they can help you a lot in understanding how to fix mistakes in your writing. Trust yourself. If it sounds wrong, then there's probably something that needs to be fixed. Although sometimes English is weird, so no guarantee. All right, so this section is called Night Owls. Read each group of words. Circle C if the sentence is complete. Circle I if it is incomplete. That means if the sentence is a complete sentence, we're circling the C. If it's not a complete sentence or an incomplete sentence, we're circling that I. That is an I, okay, not an L. Somebody asked me about that the other day. First sentence, some birds stay awake all night. Is that a complete sentence? Yes, some birds stay awake all night. We have our subject, our predicate, and proper punctuation. It is a beautiful, complete sentence. Next one, leaves its home in the hollow of a tree. Is that a complete or an incomplete sentence? So this is an incomplete sentence, and it's because we're missing the who. Who leaves its home? I don't know. It doesn't say. So if you were to do this and I'm reading your paper, I would be like, what kind of bird or what kind of animal leaves its home in the hollow of the tree? There's lots of different animals. I don't know what you're talking about. Or maybe I don't know anything and I'm just very confused. The next one says, the owl hunts for food. So we do have our subject and our predicate. Here's our subject. Here's our predicate. The owl's our subject, hunts for food. So we have a beautiful, complete sentence. Next one, it sees a moth. Do we have a complete sentence? Yes, our subject is it. And what does it do? Sees a moth. So we have another beautiful, complete sentence. Last one, small animals on the ground. Is that a complete or an incomplete sentence? Small animals on the ground. Hopefully you said it's incomplete. I don't know. Was small animals what on the ground? Or blanks? Am I missing my subject? Am I missing my predicate? I don't know. All I know is small animals are on the ground doing something somewhere. I don't know. Because I'm missing a lot of information here, it's an incomplete sentence. So if you were to turn this in your writing, I would send it back and be like, this is an incomplete sentence, or make it a complete sentence, or who is this about, or what happens, because I don't know. So if we're looking at this, I would ask you to add some more information if you turned that in. Next one says read each sentence, write an S if it is a statement, a Q if it is question, and an E if it is an exclamation, or C if it is a command. So here, walk outside on a hot summer night. Is that a question, an exclamation, or a command? Walk outside on a hot summer night. Hopefully you said that's a command. I'm telling you what to do. Walk, go, walk outside. That's a command. Go run your lap. Go do the dishes. Those are commands. Do you see tiny twinkling lights in the night sky? Is that a question, an exclamation, or a command? Do you see tiny twinkling lights in the night sky? So that is another question. I'm asking you something. Do you see this? Next one. The lights come from fireflies. Is that an exclamation, statement, question, or command? I almost forgot about statements. Oops. So statement, exclamation, question, or command. I'm going to give you a hint. Look at the punctuation at the end. So this is a statement. We're stating a fact. The lights come from fireflies. Statement. We're stating a fact. Why do fireflies flash their lights? Is that a question, statement, command, or exclamation? Why do fireflies flash their lights? So that is a question. I'm looking at a question here. Why? We're asking why. Okay, let's look at this next one. They talk to each other that way. Do I have a statement, command, exclamation, or question? So this is another statement. We're stating a fact. Fireflies blink. Why do fireflies blink our lights was a question, and they're stating because that's how they talk to each other, which I think is really cool. Next one, how beautiful the lights are. Do we have a question, a statement, an exclamation, or a command? Think of your punctuation at the end. So you guys have an exclamation here. Yay, exclamation. Look at how beautiful they are. All right, that's it for this one. This one wasn't too painful. And now you got to work on section C or part C on this. And you might change your mind then. Just kidding, this one's not too bad. It says, write a question about an animal that comes out at night. Find the answer and write it down. So if you have a question about an animal that comes out at night, or what's called a nocturnal animal, I'm going to write that down in case you want to use that for how to research it. Have your parents help you find out what is a nocturnal animal. Ask a question about a nocturnal animal, and then you need to find the answer. So, for example, humans are not nocturnal. We might like to stay up late at night. Sometimes we are not considered nocturnal. Things that are nocturnal are up all night, either to hunt or to gather food. So what is your question about a specific nocturnal animal? And what is the answer to that question when you go ahead and look it up? So when you're using the internet, go ahead and make sure you have a parent there to help you find the answer. and help you research the question. You can type it into Google and write down what you found out about your nocturnal animal. You might not have enough room down here, so just like yesterday I said to use that lined piece of paper where you're writing the page of the question, please go ahead and do that if you're needing that extra space to go ahead and write the question and the answer. Either that or you can be using a Google Doc and submit the Google Doc with your results. All right, you guys, I'm going to put nocturnal at the end of this page in case you need it to spell nocturnal. If you're looking up nocturnal animals, it might help you find the answer a little bit better than animals that come out at night. So the word for that is nocturnal. If you type that in, you'll find a nice list of different nocturnal animals. You can maybe Google what are nocturnal animals or list of nocturnal animals. Then you can find one, find a question you want to know, and then go ahead and find the answer. All right, you guys, that is it for the Yellow Book for today. I hope that was helpful. Bye.